All right, Bomb Squad, welcome to TNT 81. We have a Saturday show. We will get to our movies eventually, but there's just too much stuff going on, Tones. There's too much to watch.
Yep.
There's just so little time to sit down and watch a movie right now. But, we'll get to them. You'll watch Requiem for a Dream. I'll watch whatever the hell I have to watch. But for now, we're just going to have some fun, do some segments, some four-pack.
Yeah, honestly, like I'm just too wrapped up in Thrones right now. I haven't even. It's not like I rewatched the episode. Like I rewatched it once. I haven't rewatched it multiple times. But I'm just like all I could think about is Thrones. I can't dedicate my mind to anything else right now.
I've watched the second episode 3 times. I'm in love with it. I'm in love with the episode. Like I know people are saying like you could have consolidated it into the first episode, and I 100% agree. But there's something about that episode where they're telling you what's going to happen, like really subtly.
Yeah. No, I mean, and this is the last episode where I feel like we're going to be able to see their personalities. You know?
And also, like, I'm not the biggest battle guy. They're cool, but like, Battle of the Bastards wasn't even close to my favorite episode.
Really? Okay.
It's so chaotic, and it's just like straight battling. I love the plot of Game of Thrones and like looking into the characters and seeing the relationships. That's why I love that episode so much.
Yeah. See, I mean, for me, like I started watching like in the second season, between the first and the second, I binged the first, and then actually this was so long ago. My friend had the DVDs. He let me borrow the DVDs for the first season. That's how long ago this was, but. Like for the first 3-4 seasons, you didn't really get like a full on battle. Like you would hear about it and they would talk about it and like they would cut away right before. I mean, Battle of the Blackwater, there was a little bit there, but up until like the battle at the Wall, you didn't really see like a full on battle. So like I've been pro battle. I mean, obviously you can't have every episode be a battle, but
they do a good job of developing plot and then throw you into battle and watch all of your favorite characters die.
Yeah.
But anyway, we have a whole segment dedicated to Thrones we'll talk about later at the end of segments. It's Talladega Day. What are you going to do after we record? You going to take a nap until it's Thrones time?
Well, I'm going to edit this and then maybe I'll play some video games. I don't know. I haven't really thought about it.
Yeah. So I'm going to watch Dega, which goes right perfectly to Game of Thrones. You know what they call Talladega in NASCAR?
What?
The big one.
Oh.
It's the big one. They go so fast and the crashes are so violent. It is a blast. So I will be sitting on my couch watching that. But for now, let's record this episode for you, Bomb Squad. Taylor Hicks, get us into segments. All right. We got a classic horse race. Let's win some money real quick. So we're at Tampa Bay Downs. I got number 3. He's Fast Point. He is 10-1. Tones, you have he's got a good name?
Sweet Gelato.
Sweet Gelato at 14-1. 7-horse race. Let's get us to the gates here. Also, shout out the Bucks drafted a kicker again. His name is Matt Gay, and he's 250 pounds.
Oh God, big old gay boy,
Matt Gay. Hopefully, he reverses the curse, and we're off.
And they're off. Sweet Gelato is the way.
Sweet Gelato.
Let's go, boy.
I'm in last.
Up on the outside, Legenda in the last terce away is
it's a long race. It's a long race.
To the clubhouse turn they go. Sweet Gelato.
Sweet Gelato is a good-looking horse.
Now has the
He's holding that inside corner.
Toward the rail. That's right.
15-1. He finished that.
And now bright blue.
Fast Point has a lane to get to the lead. He's just got to run a little bit faster, aka doing your job.
Got to follow your name, bro. Fast Point.
Fast Point. I'm watching this fucking Mr. Gelato here. 17-1. Battling another 17-1. We got a whole bunch of shitty ponies in the front.
What's going on?
What did you bet? $5 to win?
$5, yeah.
Princess is now
a nice little return.
Yeah.
Rosetta's gift is toward the rail now.
Gelato makes a little push.
By the back, responding to Global is now underway and gaining ground.
Fast Point's gonna have to make a big fucking move if he wants any shot at the lead.
Has the lead down by 2. Princess
Sweet Gelato.
Sweet Gelato.
Could this be Tones? Could this be Tones?
Put a little distance there.
It's Sweet Gelato.
Around Hell's Corner.
Oh, I'm flying. Fast Point's flying.
Oh, go Sweet Gelato.
There's too much work to be done for Fast Point. It's Sweet Gelato.
Sweet Gelato.
Holding off the rest of the crowd. I'm done. It's Sweet Gelato's race to lose.
Let's go, Sweet Gelato. Come on, baby. Let's go.
He's going to do it.
We got it.
He's going to do it.
We got it.
by 5 or 6. The race is for place, and that will go to Rosetta's gift.
Wow.
Pinka Princess.
Dominated.
Landslide.
Responding to Global might have been
Fantastic.
Sweet Gelato.
I was due.
You were due. That was a big 17-1. I can't, and you were going to put more on them too, but you had insufficient funds.
Yeah, I had to just deal with what I had.
You were going to put 10, right? If you
was.
So you would have won $170.
Woo!
So instead, what's 17 times 5?
I got $97 in my account. I had $4 before.
Oh, that's a big fucking win. Congratulations, Stones.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good for you. Okay.
I needed that.
Let's bring that momentum into our second segment here, which is Tom's Qualms.
Put a little pep in my step.
Little pep.
For the rest of the episode. I like that.
Riding high. All right. Tom's Qualms. Quick update. I got my second custom porn video from the kid that I get him from.
Yeah.
19 years old. Disappointed. It was okay. Wasn't as good as the first one. Should have told him to go outside again, I think. That was the first time he put something up his butt. Wasn't so great.
Bad
angle.
Bad angle.
Bad angle, and he used like yellow lube. Yeah,
yellow lube, but I didn't know that was a thing.
It was probably like olive oil, which I did not ask for. It was weird. So he had oil, and then he was putting his fingers up his butt, and like he only did it for like 20 seconds, so it was kind of a ripoff, and it didn't look like he enjoyed it, and I felt bad. And that one was double the price of the first one, so I feel like I got ripped off. So I'm done with doing the custom videos. I'm just gonna settle with the 2 that I got. They're great for like when you're scrolling through a lot of porn, you can't find something. You're just like, well, I got 2 home runs in the bag. Yeah, I got 2 sure things.
I still can't believe he sold his anal virginity for like $5. Like it still baffles me. I mean,
hey. I have to watch the film again because he was also supposed to eat his cum, and that I didn't make it to the end. Okay. So good enough for me not to finish it. Yeah. And I had to be quick because I was at home this weekend, and nobody's home, but I didn't know when people were going to get home, so I had to use my phone too. I didn't bring my iPad, so like that totally takes away from the quality. So I guess I haven't really given him a fair review. I really haven't sat back and watched the tape.
You haven't given him a fair shake, you know?
Yeah. I'm like one of those assholes who just says Jameis Winston sucks, but like hasn't really watched him at all. Yeah, that's what I'm being right now. So
you just look at the numbers, you look at the stats, and you're just like, oh, he kind of sucks.
Yeah,
you haven't like sat there and watched the tape, you know?
I have not, but he follows directions great because I always tell him to start fully clothed and then just slowly, like bit by bit. And so, like that part alone is just enough for me to just.
He's very coachable,
player. Like great actor. Like if I'm gonna be a director in the porn world, like I'm gonna be like Tarantino, same staff, like same crew every time. Because I know what I'm getting with those guys.
Yeah. And it's like sometimes they dress up as cowboys, sometimes they dress up as mobsters, like you have a whole right. It's just plug and play.
They get it. They get what we're looking for. Yeah. But so that's gonna be the last time for a while that I'm gonna be doing that.
Okay.
So if I do end up getting wasted and doing that again, I will let you know, but I don't plan on it.
Okay. But all bets are off once you get wasted,
Like a lot of things. I don't even, you know what? The sad thing is I made that up. I don't make those purchases when I'm wasted. I make those purchases when I'm scrolling through porn and I cannot fucking find one.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I need something.
No, I mean, that's the thing with your dick. I mean, like you're out of control. You don't have any control of yourself when
you get your bonus. You get your bonus, then you get your tax return, then you get a few paychecks along the way. You're caught up on your bills. You look at your bank account. You're just like, I got some stuff to toss around. This is a one-stop shop. It's a one-time payment because there's nothing worse than when a porn site like does not offer the option of 1 month, $29.99, and then once that's through, you're done.
Yeah, I know it's automatic.
I hate the recurring ones.
Yeah,
I have probably 4 recurring ones that are impossible to cancel, which we've talked about, and like I feel too ashamed to like go through and like weave them out. A few of them I forgot my password. What happens? This is actually a big question. I hope you know the answer because I don't know how it works, but if I get a new debit card where all these accounts are locked into,
they should like stop, because it's that specific card is when you put in. If you get a new card with new numbers, then it's.
But I'm afraid if like I owe them and I don't know because it's a reoccurring payment, and there's like a $39.99 like
they'll just cancel your subscription. It's not like
they're not gonna like call the IRS and just be like or like pound interest on what I owe.
No, that they shouldn't. I don't think they would. I mean, it's not like you're doing this for your heat bill or something.
Right.
It's porn.
But that's how they make their money, like.
No, I know. But yeah, I'm pretty sure. I think I heard them talk about that in KFC radio. I think Feidelberg does that. He just like gets a new card whenever he doesn't want to just like stop paying for things.
I'm terrified I'm gonna like check my credit score and it's gonna be demolished because of porn. And that would be sad. Like, no, Tom, you can't put a down payment on the house. Like,
I was saying, imagine trying to explain that to like a loan company, like the bank, when you're trying to take a loan. It's like, no, listen, it's only porn,
man, and you owe a lot of porno companies.
You owe $10,000 in back taxes for porn.
Yeah,
shit.
Well, hopefully that doesn't happen because I'm gonna have to cancel my cards soon. That's the only way because I forget passwords, logins for these ones. It's just, but I gotta stop thinking with my dick so much.
Yeah. Yeah. No, agreed.
I'm not the guy who thinks of his dick and rapes people. Like a lot of people do that. I just buy porn.
Yeah. No, I mean, at least you're not raping people. That's one good way to look at it. It's a victimless crime besides your bank account.
Thank you.
It's the only victim.
Anyway, you got any qualms today?
Yeah, I got a qualm. So
he's got a qualm.
I'm not gonna say it's not really so much a qualm. I don't know. I'm just gonna talk it out. So
are you ashamed?
No, I'm not ashamed. So I don't want to say I used to judge you, but it's not a judgment thing. But when you would say that, when I would watch you just, get drunk and just listen to tunes, I was like, I don't get it. Like I don't get it. Like I can't just sit there and just listen to music. I don't have the attention span for that. But Friday night, I got properly drunk, popped my headphones in, and I just went down a rabbit hole. I was everywhere I was listening to the song I gave you for the What's Good. I was all over rap. I had Metallica.
Hell yeah.
Blink 182, The Killers, Johnny Cash. I even got down to Johnny Cash for a little bit.
It's fun to like, you hear certain things in random songs and it makes you just kind of, all of a sudden Johnny Cash. We'll cue that up. It's a blast.
Yeah, I was just on YouTube. I was on YouTube, just like recommended, just going through, and literally from like about 8 o'clock to like 1 a.m. until my headphones finally died. Yep. I was just full blast. I had the Yankee game on in the background, so I was just like kind of watching that.
Yeah, that's how I always watch Yankee games. I always have tunes on for the most part, unless I get too baked and like I get nervous because this weed is so strong, and then I just have to sit there and like calm down because if Metallica comes on with that weed, sometimes my heart goes too fast.
I can see that. Yeah, but it was I apologize again. Not that I was judging you, I just didn't get it. And again, I don't think that's really a qualm.
And for those who don't understand exactly what Tones is talking about, in college, Tones would host parties at his house like pretty much every Friday night. And it was, the speakers would always be popular music, that stuff that I don't like, mainly rap, whatever is huge. And I would just take headphones and I would just like walk around the party with big beats on and just like kind of have my own party.
Yeah.
Which is a blast. But and like also I just sit here and I always have my headphones on. I discover new music, even though it's been written like 40 years ago, it's still new if I haven't heard it.
Yeah.
I hear all this stuff and it's just a blast. And that's how because I'm a guilty person of living in the past a lot. I like songs that trigger nostalgia and it's very unhealthy, but like I love it.
Yeah, I mean, we're all guilty of
fucking time travels you back to high school. It's the best.
That's what they say. They said the music that you like the most is the music you listened to when you were like 14.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one that like leaves the biggest lasting impact on you.
Yeah, like when Master of Puppets comes on for me out of nowhere on my headphones, I immediately time travel to me being at summer camp, rolling in on a bus to Six Flags America and seeing this roller coaster called the Mind Eraser, being with great friends around me. I was the kid who loved Metallica and I was trying to like tell them to listen. Nobody liked it, but they respected it,
Yeah.
But yeah, that's just the life, man. Tunes, live and die by the tunes.
Yeah, no, I get it now. I don't know if I'm going to make like a regular thing out of it, but every once in a while, just get a couple
try if you have like tomorrow or something, like a day off the next day and you're off, say today, crack open a beer at like 1:00 p.m. And then after the third beer, put on some tunes and just kind of let it go. And you'll just have so much fucking dopamine in your brain. Just being you just sit there with a big smile on your face.
Yeah.
It's like literally what I do. I just sit here and smile. There's nobody around. I'm just enjoying the music. But
yeah, no, I get it. I get it now.
I love it. All right, let's get to our third question here, which is ask a gay. I thought when you first started that Kwame that you were going to be taking shots at gay stuff.
No.
I was judging you.
You know, I
gay.
actually get it now.
I saw a dick and I was just like, that's not that bad.
I kind of want that in my mouth.
I want to touch that. I want to touch that. I want to hold.
I want to see what happens if I touch that enough. I mean, something's got to happen, right?
Oh yeah.
No, nothing like that. So I was wondering if there's a ball busting segment of gay porn. Like I found this on like one of the home pages the other day. I was scrolling, and apparently there's a whole subgenre of girls just like punching and kicking guys in the dick.
Oh,
like it's brutal. It's brutal, man.
I will say I've noticed like it's a problem when you're a guy getting fucked and you're on your back. What's that? Mercenary.
Not mercenary. It's something else.
Missionary. Like when you're pounding them like that, if you have long balls, it could easily get trapped in like the pounding going on.
You get your own balls stuck in your.
You gotta hold them up. You gotta hold them.
And also at that point, like if you're on your back, I feel like you're fully exposed for like said ball busting. If a guy just wanted to like really just like real quick, just give you a jab, I think
that would be horrible. I've never seen that. I've seen some shit, and also just popped in my brain. I see way too much piss stuff going on. It's really annoying. Like I'll see like a porno that looks like it's gonna be good, but it starts off with like piss. I'm like, oh. Like, how can you possibly be into piss?
It's an alpha move, man. It's marking your territory. It's not.
Is that what the attraction is to it? Is the alphaness?
I guess. I think it's more of like, just like I own you. Like, yeah, just I piss on you.
Well, some people go into the forest and like piss in a cup and drink it.
Well, that's weird.
That's totally weird. Like that's like the depths of that fetish.
Yeah. It's like you start off with just like, oh, I'm just gonna like piss on this guy, and it's just like, no, I'm gonna piss in a cup and drink it. That's where you like go down. Yeah, I don't know. I don't fully understand the piss or the ball busting, to be honest. But
yeah, ball busting I've never heard of. That's messed up. You know, I also see guys pissing with boners. Like how they like easily. Like it's like their job. I've seen it. Like how does pissing with a boner is work?
Well, it is. Well, I guess also because we don't like as regular humans, we don't just like, oh, I'm just gonna piss straight ahead. Like you gotta aim it down, So if you got a boner, you're just like like pushing it and it kind of cuts off the flow. So I guess if you just got to go straight, like I don't know, maybe try it in the shower, maybe see if it works like that. Or just I'm just gonna
if I have
hands behind the head.
If I have to piss like a camel and I have a boner, like usually happens in the morning,
dirty piss boner.
Yeah, dirty piss boner. I gotta fucking sit when I do it, but then like your boner scoops underneath like the bowl, so you got to hold it down.
Yeah.
And think of like disgusting things to get the boner away.
You know what? I have something to say.
Wow.
Stone cold. I think pissing sitting down gets a bad rap. I don't see anything wrong with that. I don't see anything wrong with that.
I piss sitting down like 75% of the time, I think.
Yeah, especially if it's like late at night or like early in the morning. I just don't feel like having to like actively aim. I'll sit down and piss. Like, what's wrong with that? Like, why is there such a stigma against pissing sitting down? I don't understand. Like, we're men. We pee standing up.
Well, what are you, a chick? You piss when you sit down?
Yeah. It's like, no, I just don't feel like having to aim. I just tuck it down and I just let it go. I don't have to worry about missing or like actively looking to I don't know. I just think like it's just machismo bullshit. Like, hey, let me sit down and piss.
The fact that we can piss so many different ways, like just take advantage of it. Like girls can only piss sitting down, squatting. I'm always curious about like what it's like with a girl. If you're at like a Metallica tailgate and there's just like you're at a giant stadium and there's just porta potties everywhere, long lines, and like you're waiting in line with her. And then you have to think about it. Like, how do you approach it once you get your turn to take a piss, like, lady?
Yeah.
Like,
do you hover? Do you have to clean the seat?
You got to hover. Like, I've asked this question to girls. You have to, like, squat. And I'm like, damn, that's intense.
That's a real, like, hamstring workout.
There's probably like a turd on the seat, and, like, there's probably somebody fucking bled everywhere. Like, we just, like, just standing there is gross enough. To get the bottom of your shoes all fucking gross. And, like, you just got to piss in there. But, like, if you have to take a simple piss on an airplane, you got to sit down. And guys don't want to lift the seat because they don't want to touch it, so they got to piss all over it. These poor girls probably got to go in, wipe the whole seat down.
Yeah, they got to bring their own like Purell and like handy wipes or whatever. it's an unfortunate stigma. Maybe not unfortunate, but it's it's kind of a double standard where, like, guys, like, let's say you're out, like, specific example when we were in college. You remember that girl Serena, like, real Jersey trash looking girl?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we were out with her and like some of her friends, and like, so if you're with a group of guys, you're walking through the city, someone's got to piss, you just go in an alleyway, you piss.
Yeah.
Right. This girl, and she was wasted and she was really trashy, but she went to go take a piss. And she just, like, in the middle of the street, just like squats down and just starts like pissing. Like, it was loud, like, because it was just pissing in the middle of the street.
It's like Reagan, like, taking a piss in the living room in The Exorcist.
yeah, exactly what it was like. But she was like,
she was like an offensive lineman.
Just crouching. She had a heavy flow too. It was loud. It was like something you don't forget. But like, when you see a girl do that, like, oh wow, that's trashy. But if a guy's just got to pull over the side and piss, like, it's whatever, he's just pissing.
Yeah. It's very easy. I mean, like, God designed our digestive system like a hose, basically. It's great. And they're just like, I don't even know. It's just a hole in the body. And
it just opens up. And it's like the moon door in Game of Thrones. It just opens up and whatever comes out.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just, I'll tell you. What was the original thing we were talking about here? Hitting guys in the balls during sex. Yeah, no, I don't see that.
Okay.
That would be disturbing.
It is disturbing. I mean, I've watched out of curiosity, and I couldn't get very far into it. It's like these dudes are just like basically like tied up, like legs open, and these girls are just like full on like karate kicks to the.
Oh, that's it. So it's like a pure fetish.
Yeah. There's no like actual really sex involved. It's just I saw one clip. This was probably one of the most disturbing things, where the guy was like laying in some kind of box, and there was a hole in the bottom of the box with just his sack hanging out.
Oh my god!
And the girl was wearing boxing gloves, like speed bagging it. it was one of the craziest things I've ever seen. And
you looked at it and watched it.
I was just like, yeah. I mean, I was curious. I was like, I'll
is he just like ah?
It's like he's like in the box, so you don't like hear it fall, but you hear like the. And she's just like, yeah.
I think. What do you think is the worst fetish that's popular, not something obscure? I think fisting is the king of the worst fetishes. I think we talked about it last episode.
Especially anal fisting. Like the vagina is definitely more elastic, but fisting in the whole like anal gaping thing, like the prolapses. Like I'm not here for that. No one's here for that. Like anything that like. If I'm watching it and I think like this girl in 10 years is gonna have to be shitting into a bag, like I don't want to be watching that. Like I don't want their lives to be permanently altered just so I could get a nut off. Like
I caddied for a guy. I caddied for a guy who had a story about how he had sex with a girl with a bag, and he didn't know because I guess they're kind of discreet. But like he didn't know until he was already like midway through banging her, and he noticed it. And then like 5 minutes later, he said the bag started to fill up. And he said he just went soft like real quick, and she was embarrassed, and like you're just like, yeah, you should be.
Yeah, that's tough. I don't know what. Yeah,
she had it via like a disease, like she like it wasn't just she's like fisting in their fucking sphincter or whatever the anal sphincter like collapses, so just poop will fall out. The turnstiles are broken. Anybody can get on the train. You don't need a Metro card anymore. But.
Yeah,
all right.
That's definitely something I'm not about.
No, I don't think anybody should be, but you know what? To each their own, I guess.
You sick fucks.
Sick fucks, man. All right. No, I'm not gonna say it. I should. I accidentally fell into a fisting porn because there's a gay porn actor who I like. And I saw him, and there's one of those sites where you can't see, like, if you scroll over it, it kind of shows you how it's going to go.
Right. Yeah.
One of those, you just have to click on it and go. And he was with it was an hour long, and he was with this guy who's a guy who likes getting fisted. He's a big fat white guy who just like is real serious about it. And like, he was looking through the dildos, and he had one that was like a rocket ship. It was probably 9 inches wide.
Oh my God.
And just like huge and thick. And he was just talking about it. And he had like long hair, and he was just like talking about it. Like, oh yeah, that's one of the more high tier, like, pretty expensive ones to get. You don't need to go that heavy, but like that's usually what I look for. But that thing will probably run you about like $275. Like, And I'm like, what's gonna happen? And then I kind of fast forwarded 20 minutes to see like this is the guy who I came here for. I ended up getting banged, and it was just like him in a house with this guy who was like into fisting. And I fast forwarded, and it was 2 arms up this guy's ass.
Oh my god!
Both arms past the elbow, past the elbows.
Christ! You turned him into a puppet.
How do you not die?
Yeah. How do you? Yeah. I mean, I guess
you're talking about every major organ in the body with that, with both arms, fucking like including the heart.
You just like you see him controlling his mouth like a puppet. Just
oh my god. Fucked up people.
The asshole is a very resilient organ,
I guess. But yeah, but like I mean, when you're fucking got a whole arm up there, I mean, you're dealing with the intestines, the liver.
So it's like you just like skip forward, and that's what you skip forward.
Yeah, and I was like, I closed it out. But anyway. All right, let's get out of that gross shit. Let's get to our 4th segment, which is a What's Good. All right, so I had to listen to, so everybody knows Old Town Road on top of the world right now. Yeah. Out of nowhere. It took the world by storm, Billy Ray Cyrus. So you showed me a remix by Mercules. I thought it was going to be the same song, just like with different beats or whatever added onto it and like remixed. But no, he just took the beat himself and kind of rapped over it. It was good. I like this guy. Okay. Yeah. So this guy, because it's not on Spotify, so I had to go to YouTube and watch the music video. And it's just him with a box of Budweiser, cowboy hat, and he's just drinking a Budweiser and just spitting fire.
Yeah. He starts off the song where he just like opens the Budweiser with his teeth, just like pops the bottle cap off.
It's a twist off, so that's kind of a Tool move.
I mean, it's still even again, it's a twist off. That's like
I know how to do. I do that. Yeah. You learn along if you don't have a bottle opener. Yeah, you take the corner of your vampire teeth.
Yeah.
You kind of wedge it in, and then you just turn. So that way your top vampire tooth is digging in the center of the cap. It's actually easy. It looks terrible, but you don't. Yeah. It doesn't hurt. Well, if you fuck it up, it'll feel like a dentist screwing up. But
I mean, my friend is a dentist, and he was just like, I showed him the video, and he's just like, I'm just cringing looking at how bad that is for that guy.
Oh, I talked to your friend who's the dentist.
Yeah, the dentist. Yeah,
he's a fucking
dentist.
Yeah, tell him to grow up. I was like, I don't floss, and he was just like, well, you should, and I was like, yeah, well, you should go fuck yourself. Why don't you go build more houses in Guatemala and work on dentistry over there? They need it more.
Yeah,
but. I got a couple things here to show how much I like this guy. He said, let's have a good time, cigarette butts, and moonshine. Right there. Yeah, I mean, right I'll pass on the moonshine.
Yeah. I'll have a Bud Light. You stick the moonshine, whatever you want, you know.
Moonshine is like, I don't know. I really don't know what it is, but it's illegal for a reason, I guess, because people who make it in the South in bathtubs, like you never know what the fuck they're going to put in it. But either way, no matter what, if it's like clean moonshine or just bathtub moonshine, it's a highway to getting blackout drunk, pissing all over yourself, and being an asshole.
Yeah. I mean, that's basically what it is people in the South with like nothing going on, nothing to do. Like, let's just get as drunk as possible. And how you do that, you just make the strongest drink possible.
I hate that. That's why I don't drink liquor. It's just like, there's nothing worse than when, say, it's like 4 o'clock and it's like a day party. And like you're drinking liquor and 4 o'clock hits and you got the spins and you're like, it gets to that point where your body can't fight it anymore. And you just have to accept that you're fucked up. You're just like, I have to go home. And your friends aren't as drunk as you are. And you have to like try to truck out of it. And like beer doesn't do that to you. That's why beer is the best.
No, beer you can control. I mean, because you could be like drunk and oh, I'm gonna have another beer. But you have one more beer, what takes you 15, 20 minutes to drink it or whatever. But if like you really want to, if you're already drunk, you're like, oh, let's just take some shots. Like all of a sudden you have like 4 or 5 drinks in like a 10-minute span, and then you're just done, you know.
Because liquor like creeps up on you. You take a shot, you're not gonna feel it right away. You'll feel like the warmth of it and it feels nice. But people who are out like, I want to get fucked up, like mainly girls are, you know, responsible for doing this because they really don't understand what they're doing a lot of the time. College girls, and they'll just like they love drinking tequila, you know, like tequila is a goddamn butcher's knife. It's strong. It's the worst thing you could possibly drink.
Either tequila or they drink like the whipped cream flavored vodkas or whatever. I hate that. Those like super sweet vodkas, the flavored ones.
When you take away white wine and Chardonnay from like college girls and they have to like explore the menu at a bar, they're not going to get a beer because they don't want the carbs.
Yeah.
And they'll just go right to tequila, and like 5 shots in, they are hammer drunk, pissing on the floor of the dance floor,
taking shit in the middle of the road.
Yeah, taking a dump. Yeah, like that story you told. The girl poop in the middle of the dance floor.
Like, she definitely wasn't drinking beer that night.
Right. That's my point.
You don't just shit in the middle of the dance floor after 10 beers. You know?
Right. But so this guy, he's drinking moonshine. Whatever. He looks like he can handle it, I guess. Another loophole. I guess these are kind of loopholes now I'm looking at it. I got my horse by my side, full tank of gas in my ride. Why like he's got his horses here? Like, why does he's got his car too?
Maybe he's got like the trailer in the back where like the horse, like he drives him around, you know. Well, you ever see those like on the highway?
Said he's got his horse I got my horse by my side, not in the trailer.
Yeah. Maybe he's just getting the horse some exercise, like, hey, keep up.
While he's driving, he's doing that move.
I don't know.
This song has blown up. It's pretty good.
Crazy. Like I get like it's a catchy song, but I don't understand. Like it's not that good.
I think it's just the Billy Ray Cyrus factor. The fact that it's Billy Ray Cyrus.
Yeah. I mean, it was big before the whole Billy Ray Cyrus thing, though.
Have you heard Achy Breaky Heart?
Maybe. I don't know.
You need to like get educated because everybody thought he was dead after Achy Breaky Heart. He wrote that song, took over the world. It's such a goofy. It's such a lame song.
Yeah.
It's so lame. It's laugh out loud lame. But he made millions off of it and like never wrote a song again. Well, he did, but none of them were good. And then he popped out Miley and kept him relevant. And then this happened. It's like I saw on Twitter too when it first came out. It's just like I think Billy Ray Cyrus just cured racism, like that. And it's a banger. But you know what we should do? What? I was thinking actually telling you for this episode, we should, like he did, this Mercules, take the beat to Old Town Road, and we can each write. We've been talking about writing our own raps forever, but to this one, it sounds pretty easy. You know?
Yeah. No. And the thing about the original song is it's not like the lyrics; it's the beat. You know, it's just and like his kind of his like kind of southern, western flow or whatever, his country flow.
Back.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's like that's what it is. Like he basically says the same. It's the same like two verses like over and like there's no original. That's why I like this one better because this guy actually like raps on it.
Yeah, I was hoping that he would at least use the chorus. Yeah, it doesn't even look like he's trying to get famous with it. Like he just wanted to spit.
Yeah, no, I mean I've heard some of his stuff before. He's not like very popular, but he's good. Like and you know what it is? He doesn't really have like a sellable image. He's just kind of just like fat, ugly white dude,
cowboy drinks Budweiser's got
tattoos all over his head. Like, but he could rap. He could rap, man. He could spit. So I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I listened to it like this is so much better than the original. Ooh. And that's what I think because I'm not. We've talked about this. How all the songs these days, there's no like real rhymes. It's just kind of you have a catchy hook, catchy chorus, and then like good beat.
They're out there, the good raps, but they're just not mainstream, so you have to go look for them.
Right, that's what I mean. So I mean, like I found this as like just like everything this guy says is better than everything Lil Nas says.
I know it's special when you give me a song and I search it on Spotify and it's not there, and I have to like go out like the fucking Yams song. Yams. I actually showed that to Mackenzie. Shout out Mackenzie the other day because he was having yams. He was having it as a side, and I was just like yams. Sent him that, and he was just like, "What is this? This is ridiculous."
Classic.
Anyway, okay, so good song, liked it. Let's see how many more remixes and rap overs we're gonna get from that. But yeah, we should write our own Old Town Roads.
Yeah, we'll look into it. We'll look into
down
it.
To the Old Town Road, gonna get a pizza pie. Do you hear that?
Yeah, what is that? A dog? What is that?
My neighbor has like 9 dogs, and it's like whenever somebody makes the correct movement, it sounds like a slaughterhouse.
Maybe he's got a dog fighting ring over there you don't know about.
He might.
There's a lot of dogs to have.
The way of those dogs is terrifying. All right. But anyway, all right, let's get to our 5th out of 6 segment here. It's a Let There Be Rock. So you had to listen to Pretty in Pink by Psychedelic Furs. I fucking love this song. What'd you think?
Pretty drastic change up from the song I gave you.
Yes, it is.
Now, I don't know if I listened to this right or wrong, but I'm pretty sure this is just calling this Caroline girl a slut.
Might be. I'm actually hoping that you could help me out with the lyrics. I never actually paid attention to the lyrics. I just like the chorus when he's like, pretty in pink.
I started listening. I had no idea what he was saying, so I had to like go back and find the lyric video with it.
Yeah.
So I just got a couple lyrics written down. All of her lovers talk of her notes and flowers they never sent. And wasn't she easy? And isn't she pretty in pink? So I think that the whole "isn't she pretty in pink" is just like, isn't she like pretty when her pussy's out?
Oh,
Like, it's kind of like a euphemism, like
whoa.
pretty in pink. Like whenever she's like sitting there, like spread eagle, like, yeah, she's looking pretty good right now.
Damn.
Because like, look, all the lovers talk of her notes. So like, she's out there trying to impress these guys. She's sending them notes like, "Hey, I like you. I like
Passing notes
you.
in
I
class.
like you." Exactly. And the flowers they never sent. So they're just like, whatever. She's like, she's a bust down. She's not worth my time. Like
Right.
a serious
Slut.
relationship. Yeah, exactly. She's a slut. Like she's been around. She's sending notes to everybody. I'm not gonna send her. I'm not gonna waste money on flowers on this trick. And wasn't she easy? She's getting around. And isn't she pretty in pink? Spread eagle. Yeah.
So it's about a slut.
Yeah, exactly.
But isn't she pretty in pink? Isn't she?
Yeah, I mean, if I didn't have the lyrics to this song, I wouldn't have had any idea what this guy was talking about.
I never even cared about the lyrics. I just think it's just a catchy fucking tune.
Yeah,
I love
see that.
It's like my daily rotation. This band, I love the guy. The singer of this, he's been in like 5 bands over his career.
Okay.
And he just puts out fucking bangers.
He's got that it factor.
He's the voice of like British new wave pop.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'll stop the world and melt for you, like that kind of music. He's like the father of it.
Okay.
So,
I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah. He's got that. Like, I don't know where. I just assume he's from England.
Sounds like it. Yeah. I mean, it was. No, I watched like a little bit of the music video before I had to switch to the lyric video. But is this? I guess this is like on the soundtrack of Pretty in Pink. That fucking
Haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it either. But like they showed Molly Ringwald, or whatever the fuck her name is.
It might be.
Girl. So that would make sense.
I think the song was written before the movie, and John Hughes wrote the movie knowing that the song was available.
Okay. I guess he didn't realize that the movie's about a huge slut.
Yeah. I mean, it's like a lot of people didn't know that Born in the USA is about, and like anti-Nixon, and Nixon used it, or Reagan used it.
Yeah. I got one more line here. The one who insists he was the first in line is the last to remember her name. So again, just like a long line of guys
fucking her.
Yeah.
Bending her over.
And then just forgetting about her.
Yeah.
So it's like the first guy in line is just like, oh yeah, I remember her. She was a slut. What was her name again?
Sally? Gonorrhea.
Caroline. That's right. It was Caroline.
Man. Good song though, right? Like besides all the plot.
Yeah. No, it was good. It was catchy. Am I going to throw my regular rotation? Probably not.
No.
But yeah, no, it was good.
It was good. All right, let's get out of there. Let's go to our 6th and final segment, Bingeaholics Thrones Talk. Here we go. I gotta piss real quick.
Okay.
Also, my pod guy he just texted me 8s for 25.
Oh, you gotta
That's a steal.
You gotta take advantage of that.
I was just thinking we should do a segment where like we bet the over under on my piss length, and I bring the microphone and put it next to it so you can hear it, and then we just time it.
Yeah,
I can
I don't hate it. Or just bring the jar, bring the jug over. You could just
and you just hear it, and like it's just gonna be like 2 minutes of piss. All right. Let's get into it. Okay, so we got the Battle of Winterfell tonight, Tones. Big battle, potential greatest episode in television history coming tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Holds very high expectations. So what we're gonna do, Bomb Squad, is do a little dead or alive pool, and then also we're gonna give a big theory of what we think is gonna happen tonight that maybe people aren't thinking about. So I guess three people who you think are gonna be dead tonight. Each.
Brienne.
Yeah.
Okay.
So wait, before you get into it.
Okay.
Yeah. So I have Brienne too.
Yeah.
WNBA night.
And also, by the way, I mean, by the time this comes out, the episode will have already aired. So it's like, we'll be, you right away, you'll know if we're right or wrong. So
this is Sunday at 2:45 p.m. So.
Yeah. So, and I think we're going to do a little adrenaline shot, maybe Monday or Tuesday to kind of recap. So we don't have to wait till next week. So look forward to that. Probably like Wednesday, Thursday, maybe.
Yeah. So, because I'm going to want to watch this one a few times because I already checked it out. The length, it's an hour and 15 minutes.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't wait.
All right. So I can't either. I mean, it's going to be fucking great. And it's actually kind of sneaking up on us a little bit. So we're 5 hours away.
Yeah.
5 hours, 15 minutes away.
Six. Yeah.
True. Not a math guy. All right. So 3 people that we think are going to die tonight. We both agree on WNBA night. What's her name? Brienne of Tarth.
Sir Brienne now. She's
Sir Brienne.
Which is one of the reasons why I think she's going to die. I mean, because that's all she ever really wanted was just to like kind of. It's like I said this in my baseball comparison segment, but she's like the Jackie Robinson of like women fighters. Like, and now you get Arya coming up, like she's kind of following in her footsteps. But I mean, the fact that she finally got knighted, which has never happened before, like that smile that she had after she got knighted, one of the most genuine smiles in the entire show. Like one of those
great.
Yeah, so they're gonna kill her because I mean, like she.
Would you think that like everybody in episode 2 who had like a really groundbreaking kind of moment, like is going to die? Like that's like their final thing. Like she gets knighted, Arya just got laid. Do you have her down?
I don't think she's gonna die, but I think Gendry's gonna die, and I think she's pregnant.
Oh, so and she'd be pregnant with a Baratheon?
Yeah. I mean, he's a bastard, but he's still King's blood. Baratheon, and because they kind of foreshadowed it in the first season, where King Robert said to Ned, he was like, "Oh, we should like combine our families, like marry him, whatever." So that's kind of a little bit of that.
The Baratheons are known to cheat a little bit too. I mean,
they're also known to be very, very potent.
Yeah, because Jon Snow is a Baratheon or no, he's a Stark. He's Ned's sister's mom. I mean, Ned's sister is his mom, and then she fucked a Targaryen.
Yeah, and then Khaleesi's brother is her father.
Right.
His father.
Right.
It gets confusing once you throw incest into the mix. It's just
I just like when I'm like really slow at work, I'll just stare at family trees in Game of Thrones. I can just see because like the Targaryens are fucked. So are the Baratheons. The Starks are they're pretty good.
Yeah, they
pretty
still
simple.
have some. Yeah, there's not pretty straightforward. There's not a lot of brother sister fucking.
Right. But you got what's his name? So while we're at it, because this is just gonna be a tangent kind of segment. Who's the Stark who's out just like swinging fireballs around Uncle Jaime?
Uncle Benjen.
He's alive, right? We never saw him die. Well, the last time we saw him was when they got the dragons out and he threw a spear at him, right?
He's half dead. So he got killed beyond the wall. That's Ned Stark's brother. That's their uncle. So he got killed beyond the wall, and they started turning him. And then the Children of the Forest, the little green people that helped out Bran, they stopped the process from going all the way through. So he's like half dead. That's why he couldn't cross the wall, because he's like half White Walker, but he's still part human.
Right.
So he was working with the Children of the Forest and the Three-Eyed Raven to make sure that kind of everything that needed to happen happened. Like, he saved Bran after they escaped where the Three-Eyed Raven was when the army came. He helped Jon escape.
Mm-hmm.
So he's on their side.
Okay.
Obviously, but
all right. So just read the 3 people you think are going to die tonight.
So Brienne, I think Gendry, and I think that Brienne is going to turn into a walker, and I think she's going to kill Jaime.
Whoa. Tonight?
Tonight. I think so. I think so. Because he's going to be fighting with her, right? He said, I want to fight alongside you.
He's going to be on her side. She's like in the front lines too. And he's
you saw in the trailer. She's right up front. So
yeah.
And that's going to be like that's going to be terrifying. Like a White Walker Brienne. Or like, oh, she might kill him or she might kill Tormund. It might be like
Tormund's dead.
Yeah, I think Tormund's dead, but it's just how he dies. Like whether he ends up turning and fighting against them or I don't know. It's the thing is like anything can happen. Yeah.
If the Night King is not present at the Battle of Winterfell tonight, can the dead not be risen? Does he have to be there to like do that thing where he raises his arms, or can like his minions, like the two other guys who he's with, can they do that?
I think they can. I don't know if we've ever seen it, but I believe that they could. I don't know for sure,
right?
But I'm pretty sure they can, because if you remember when they went to go get the White to bring it back to Cersei to show her, they killed the one like general guy there, and then all the ones that he was controlling died right away.
Right. So they can.
Yeah. So I think they can, or at least control them. Which is interesting because they say if you kill a Night King, everything else was like done. But I mean, even if you just like strategically kill a bunch of the generals, like the main guys, like that'll definitely help out your odds.
And we'll get into our theories too. But like, why in God's name would the Night King be at the Battle of Winterfell if he's got a dragon? Because Daenerys already proved that you can fly across the entire fucking map of Game of Thrones in like one day. Not even. You can get there pretty fucking quick.
Yeah.
So we'll get into that. I'm pretty sure we already talked about that theory.
Yeah,
but that's mine still.
I did a little research and I have something to kind of help prove that theory, but we'll get to that.
We'll get to that. All right. So my people who I think are going to die tonight, WNBA night. This is going to be a good one. Bran and Reek package.
Ooh, okay.
I think Bran, Three-Eyed Raven, dies tonight because they're sending him out as bait and Reek is guarding him. And I don't think Night King's going to be there because that's the whole plan.
Yeah.
That's why they're doing it. I think he's just going to like march him out into like a bad situation. They're just going to get slaughtered by accident. Like Bran's got bad information because he's just terrible Three-Eyed Raven. Like, stupid. He looks too far into things. He's really been a terrible help as a Three-Eyed Raven. As a guy who could see everything that's happened before it could happen now, like really you've done nothing.
Yeah.
They'd be like the same exact position if he wasn't the Three-Eyed Raven.
He just keeps offering up information when it's too late.
Yeah, and he does it like all cryptically and stuff. It's just like, why can't we need a guy who can communicate better in this position?
Yeah. It's like, listen, we need you to figure out this, and this. Go look at it now.
Let me go look at the film. Like, fucking take notes. Like, Jesus Christ, he's such a fucking loser. He just sits there and he's just like, what does he say? What does he pipe up in the meeting in the last episode when they're sitting there?
He was just
what the things I do for love.
Everybody's
like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Or
Jamie knew.
In the first episode, when like Khaleesi first shows up, and like they're like, "Oh, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you." It's like we don't have time for this. The wall's down. The walkers are coming. It's just like, all right, dude. Like, why didn't you mention that earlier,
dude? But anyway, all right. So those two, Bran and Reek, and then the third one, I think Cersei dies tonight.
Ooh, you think that? Okay, so this
segues into we're each going to give a theory. I think Winterfell, the battle is going to happen here. They're all ready to go, and I think that fucking Night King is on his dragon on his way straight to King's Landing, and Cersei is just a bitch, and she's got her fucking Golden Company army, and she's like, "No, like I'm the queen, I can't help them. I'm all powerful." Listen, that Golden Company, they have nothing to stop a dragon. They're just men. They don't have any dragon glass. If they do, it's not enough.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe she's got a bunch of wildfire. I don't think that matters. It's like they'll just fly away. She'll kill everything else.
I think she used most of it when she blew up the Sept.
I think it's underneath every big like castle, like everywhere.
Yeah, that's true.
The Mad King put it all over the goddamn place. Like if wildfire, I think we're going to see a lot of wildfire tonight in Winterfell. Yeah.
Really?
But I honestly think we're focused so much on the Battle of Winterfell. I think the Night King is going straight to King's Landing and burning it all to the ground and killing the entire Golden Company, everybody from the Iron Islands, killing Cersei because she's just a bitch. She was ignorant. She underestimated, and he's going to teach her a lesson. They're so unprepared for a fucking dragon right now.
Yeah. No, that's. I mean, they have the giant crossbow thing, but again, it's not dragon glass or Valyrian steel, so it's not going to really do anything to that.
And it's different because it's a dead dragon. Like
Yeah.
it's just not going to be effective.
It's just going to like take it to like the neck and it's going to keep flying like nothing's wrong.
Right. And that's like the best shot they have. And he's just going to fucking ice or burn or whatever you want to call it. And just, you're going to see King's Landing just fall. So the Iron Throne will end up staying in Winterfell. Like that'll be all that's really left. I mean, you'll still have, I mean, there's plenty like, you know, like Bravos, the guys who are west or east rather, like across the water.
Yeah.
Like they're just chilling there, watching, eating their popcorn, like seeing what's going to happen.
Yeah.
But the fact that this Night King's got a dragon, like nobody's safe. Cause like, you know, the Greyjoys are just like, I'm just gonna go back to my place. They can't get through water. It's like, yeah, well, this guy's
Like,
got a fucking dragon, so he'll fly right there and burn you to death. Like that's just how it goes. All the cocky, pompous people are gonna die tonight, and all the noble people are gonna live tonight. Jon Snow's gonna live tonight. Daenerys is gonna live tonight. Sir Davos is gonna live tonight.
Ooh, I think he's dead.
The Hound has to live before he gets rid of it.
He's got to go
right.
Clegane Bowl, but
he's got to fight the Mountain, but he might not.
But I think Sir Davos is dead because if you watch the first couple episodes, he keeps talking about it's like, oh, well, you know, I've lived through all these battles without any fighting experience. Like he keeps talking about it, talking about it. Like I don't think he's gonna make it out.
Yeah.
I also think that something is gonna happen in the crypts because they keep talking about how safe the crypts are. They're not safe.
Everybody's going to the crypts. The crypts are safe.
There's a theory that the Night King was a Stark, so he knows about. Well, he's gonna rise him up, or he knows about his secret entrance into the crypts,
right?
Which is gonna he's gonna.
But if he's not there.
Right. Well, so that's you know, if he is there, that's a possibility.
So what was the evidence you had that supports the theory that I was saying?
Right. So I watched a video on it. If you go back to season 2, when Daenerys is in the House of the Undying or House of the Undead, when the guy kidnapped her dragons, and she's having all these visions and stuff. There's that one vision when she walks into the throne room. Right. Snow everywhere. The roof looks like it's been destroyed, right? Now it looks like it's been destroyed by Dragonfire. Now, like at the time when we watched it, you think like, oh, she went to King's Landing with their dragons and she took over,
right?
But what this guy said and what he noticed, which I don't think I ever would have noticed if it wasn't for this video, but in the background, the music that's playing is the same music that they used in the first couple seasons whenever White Walkers came around. So and he even gave examples like they've used music for foreshadowing before. So there was like one specific instance was when Arya was with the Brotherhood Without Banners and they sold Gendry to the Red Woman. And she's talking to the Red Woman. She's like, I see in your eyes, like you're gonna end some lives, like you're gonna kill some people. While she's saying that, the music for the Faceless Men is playing in the background. Which we hadn't heard up until that point, you know. That was before we knew about the Faceless Men. So like they've used music to foreshadow for stuff before. So the fact that she's in the throne room that's just covered in snow, destroyed, the roof looks like it's been burnt by, you know, Dragonfire, and they have the White Walker music playing in the background.
Pretty fucking good case for what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's interesting. I mean,
and when it comes to just basic strategy of war, you know, based on the assets that we're looking at, that's the play.
Yeah.
That's the play. That's what America would do. Like if we're like if General Mattis is looking at like what we have available and we're gonna invade a country, like we're gonna invade Normandy, and I'm gonna fly straight to Hitler. And just burn it all to the ground.
Yeah. No, I mean that's the old switcheroo, you know. And it's like, and while you're doing that, you're getting more guys for your army to completely encircle them.
Right. You're gonna get the whole Golden Company on your side. And it's fascinating because they all think like, I got it all figured out. Jaime's going to kill Cersei. You know, Jon Snow is going to get killed by Daenerys. Like everybody's like, and these guys go on these talk shows and they're just like, literally nobody has got it like right all the way through. Like nobody has predicted it correctly. Of all the millions and millions of people who have come up with predictions, they have not been right.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I'm right. I'll be the first.
Okay.
Who will sit on the throne? I don't think anybody. I think everybody dies.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and you said he's going to get the Golden Company. Also, remember that King's Landing has 1 million people in it.
Yeah, but they're just walking around.
Yeah, but I'm saying he could use them for his army. It's just more bodies. Like it's like any regular person can turn into a walker, you know, or white. So it's like, yeah, it's not just the 20,000 Golden Company guys. There's 1 million other people for his army.
all the more sense to do that, because if he goes to the Battle of Winterfell with his dragon, it would be the stupidest thing ever. Now that we're actually diving deep into it, because they have 2 dragons.
Yeah, no, and listen, I mean, it's, obviously they still have like the better odds to win the Battle of Winterfell, but if you add another 1 million people to your army, then you definitely can't lose. Like, it's still possible that, like, maybe somehow they could pull out the defense of Winterfell, like somehow, like by some crazy chance. But if you add another 1 million people to the mix, like, no, that's it.
No way.
Yeah, no way.
That's gonna be a big fucking problem. And I'm telling you, that's what's gonna happen. Everybody's you're saying, like, I think the Walker stuff's gonna be wrapped up by what you say, this episode, like,
it's supposed to be like this or next episode.
It's supposed to be. Dude, you really think it's just gonna be wrapped up like that after the entire series? We're talking about how big of a fucking problem it is that the White Walkers are coming. These undead zombies who haven't shown their faces in millions of years, it seems like. And they're just going to be here. We're just going to take care of them in a couple battles. I don't think so, Tones. I don't think so. I think they're going to demolish the world. And the world, it deserves to be demolished because it's filled with power-hungry people. And I think that would be a very satisfying ending.
Yeah. I mean, there's there's theories that, the White Walkers are actually the good guys. Because if you look at all of, like, the death and destruction and the fucked up things that happened, it was humans that did it.
Right. Cersei's worse than him.
Yeah, so she blew up half of the city. The Red Wedding, everything that Ramsay Bolton did, Joffrey, like all these people that have done these fucked up things. Like, it's like, the Night King is killing people, but he's not.
It's Judgment Day.
Yeah. Now, let me ask you, kind of related, unrelated. What do you think the Red Woman has any play in this episode?
She's done so much. Okay, she's done so much. With Stannis alone, Christ, they opened up the entire playbook for the Fire Gods.
Yeah,
all the way from A to Z of just doing whatever she thinks the fire is telling her, and he burned his daughter, and he's gonna come back, and he'll be. Stannis? I don't think he'll be Stannis. I think he'll be a Walker because he died beyond the wall. If he did die,
no, he died at Winterfell.
I thought he died outside the Winterfell walls.
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah. Outside. Yeah, outside. I thought you meant beyond, like, the wall in the north.
He died in a place where the Walkers could, like, get him and turn him into a Walker.
Well, now, because he died attacking Winterfell. Remember, he was trying to take it back for Ramsay.
Okay, I thought he was in the woods and, like,
that's where we first saw him again. When he popped back up, he saved the Night's Watch from the battle at the wall from the Wildlings.
Right.
And then he stayed at Castle Black for a little bit, and then he marched south to Winterfell.
Okay, but I still think he'll be around.
Yeah, no, because like that, they're coming through those same woods.
Yeah,
so they could just be like, hey, you come with us.
And also, what's the barracks? What do they call them? Where everybody's hiding?
What, in the crypts?
The crypts. I think you're going to see Ned resurrect. I think you're going to see a lot of Starks resurrect. Except, can they be noble enough to fight off the evil that comes with the Walkers and fight like they do with the uncle?
Well, that's the thing is, all, like, the women and children are in the crypts. So does that mean that they're all going to get slaughtered?
I think so.
Sam is going to be down there, so maybe he kind of has, like, a heroic where he saves them, like, hold them off, and then, like, he's going to die, like, in the process, I think, but maybe he just holds them off long enough for everyone to get out of the crypts.
I think he skimmed through a few important pages. I think he's a know-it-all, and, like, he did. Oh, I studied the books, but I think. Bran might be the Night King and he's being fed false information, but that's totally different. But getting back to just hone it all in, I think Cersei's dead tonight. I think the Night King is going to burn down Westeros, gain an army of 1 million fucking people, and then just have fucking Winterfell surrounded. Who's going to take the throne? Fucking nobody.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Getting back to the Red Woman, the reason why I asked is because I heard, like, if she happens to show up, like, right before this battle starts, I heard that, because if you've seen the scenes where the Night King is walking towards fire and he kind of puts the fire out to walk through, that they're going to have her there to keep the fires going, to kind of keep them at bay at least a little bit.
How does the Fire Woman do with Wildfire? Is it the same family, or is Wildfire just something completely different? Because it's green, so, like, I feel like it's a different family.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit different. Whereas, it's different where it's similar. Whereas, like, let's, like, kind of comparison that popped into my head is you look at, like, mushrooms, like magic mushrooms, right? Like, you have them, you trip, you have your fun with them, and then you got LSD, which is made in a lab. Whereas the mushrooms kind of grow naturally, where that's like the regular fire, and then the wildfire is the LSD.
Right.
So I think they might be a little bit interconnected, but at the same time, it's like a product of science.
Because Wildfire is a fucking crazy motherfucker.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like it's so not to get too technical, but the chemical reactions that happens with each shrooms, like that's something that's in your body already. That happens when you're like about to die. Like those chemicals get released in your brain. Whereas LSD is so much more powerful and just like it just comes out of nowhere. Yeah. I don't know. I'm going off a little tangent here, and also the Red Woman said that I'm supposed to die on this continent.
Yeah,
in this country. So I think she's got to come back at some point, and
she's got to be right about something too.
Yeah, well, and she doesn't give a fuck about like actually who sits on the throne. The whole reason why she wanted Stannis was because he thought that he was the guy that would defend them from the White Walkers.
Right.
It's like she doesn't actually care who sits on the throne for political purposes. She's just trying to save.
For Spontu is where she goes, and she
brought
Jon Snow back via Fire Gods. She used what's his name? Who fucked Arya? I keep forgetting his name.
Gendry.
Gendry. Leeches got his blood. What'd she do with his blood?
She killed all the other kings. Joffrey died because of it. Renly died. I think Renly was dead already. The King Beyond the Wall died because of it, and then Robb Stark.
Yeah.
So she had she had the smoke baby that came out of her pussy, killed his brother,
who I loved because he was gay, and that stunk. I hate how all the gay guys are killed off.
Yeah. Loras died too.
Loras died in the fucking wildfire explosion.
Yeah.
But all right. So anything else you want to add before we move on to our classic 4-pack?
No, I think I'm good. I'm good with that.
Excited. Very excited for tonight. What are you eating for it? What's the Game of Thrones?
I don't think I have anything like specifically planned. I don't know. Should I just like cook a wild boar or something? Like I don't know. Just get a boar and a spit roast and just.
Yeah, I for some reason it's got a craving for mac and cheese, so might be barbecue tonight.
I actually have the Game of Thrones Oreos upstairs. I might have some of those.
Oh, you're such a nerd. I mean, it's a great show, but you're a nerd.
Someone gave it to us. Like my parents knew someone that bought like a whole like box of it online. What?
That's how you get poisoned. Somebody gave you Game of Thrones Oreos.
They're people we know. It's not like some random person gave us Oreos.
That's not how it works in Game of Thrones, Tones. Okay? The people who are closest to you are the most likely to betray you.
Fair. We're not in Game of Thrones, though.
You just like go up in the kitchen, you see your mom about to like bite into an Oreo.
No!
Slap it out of your hand. Oh, man. Okay. All right. Let's get to our classic 4-pack questions. Hit it, Kane. All right. I'm looking at these questions. They're pretty terrible. Sorry about that. Kind of rushed through these. I thought they were good at the time, but we'll make them work a little bit. All right. Let's get through this one fast. What's something that you know, but you're not supposed to know? I wrote this down because I know the ending of Avengers Endgame because I haven't watched, what is it, 22 movies that have...
it's like 20 something. Yeah.
Crazy. Movies and everything culminating to this. Not interested. I've seen a couple maybe. Like I saw the Hulk with Edward Norton. Awful film. Like
that. Yeah, no, that's not in this. That was before all these.
I love how like they just account for like fuck up movies. Like, you know, like Edward Norton played the Hulk, but we're just gonna pretend like it never happened. Like superhero, like Ben Affleck playing Batman, even though it's a different universe. Just like
we don't gotta talk about that, you know.
It's DC and Marvel. There's only two, right?
Yeah, DC and Marvel.
Is there going to be DC anything like this? Because
that's what they're trying to.
Is so better.
What's that?
I think DC, the heroes in DC, are so much more appealing. Like, I love the Incredible Hulk. That's great and all, but
that's Marvel.
Superman, Batman, the Joker.
Yeah, no, I mean they're trying to do that. It's just the movies they make aren't as good. They're just like, did you see a Suicide Squad?
No, I heard it was terrible though.
Yeah, it sucked. I mean, it looked really cool because they just took all the villains and all the villains teamed up to like kind of do something good, and it was just awful.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, other than the Christopher Nolan Batman movies, they haven't really. I mean, I heard Aquaman was pretty good with Khal Drogo in it, the newer one. But it's just like I don't even really care about the Marvel that much. Like I've seen some movies. Like I watched like the original Iron Man, the original Thor.
Yeah.
I've seen a handful of I saw one of the other Thors, maybe a Captain America, but there's like 20 movies. I didn't see all of them. And I saw Black Panther and then The Last Avengers. And
I don't think Black Panther has anything to do with this one though.
I mean, he's in it. Well, he was in the last one. I don't remember if he's one of the people that disappeared or whatever, but
Well, bottom line is, going back to the question of something that you're not supposed to know. Like I went to the Wikipedia page and just read the entire plot of this movie just to have my back pocket in case somebody who loves this movie pisses me off enough.
Yeah,
where I can just tell them blank dies. I think everybody knows at this point because I'm not going to tell you, but LaShawn McCoy tweeted out and it got retweeted by people that you follow, and it's just a mess. But I knew that before all that stuff happened, so I just was like, hey, if you piss me off, I'm just gonna spoil this movie for you. I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be that guy.
Yeah.
But the movies that like you can't spoil anything. Like imagine trying to spoil like a Quentin Tarantino movie for me. You'd have to like explain yourself for like 2 minutes of like how it ends.
Yeah, you have to tell like the whole like plot just to get up to the one spoiler.
Just put my fingers in my ears. Like, I'm not listening.
Punch him in the face.
But superheroes, you should be like, oh, blah 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 dies.
Yeah.
Like Superman, dude.
Yeah, no, crazy thing about that little side note is I saw that it broke the record for like opening weekend box office. It was 1.2 billion in sales and ticket sales. The previous record was The Last Avengers, which was like 600 million. So it just doubled.
Shout out Titanic for holding on to the record for so long before these superhero movies came out.
Yeah.
Because Titanic, I think they totally grossed like $900 million, something like that, like sitting there.
Yeah.
Superhero movies rolled around. They just attract the dumbest of dumb people, which is most of America.
So it's the lowest common denominator.
Yeah, they're just like, I want to see this the same fucking, what's it, the Fast and the Furious people.
Yeah, yeah, same boat.
I mean, fucking superheroes, and we'll put them all together, and they'll fight one bad guy, and the bad guy is just like, I'm gonna end the world, and the superheroes are just like, we're gonna stop you, and then they get destroyed, but then they don't because they're superheroes, and they end up winning. Like, you kidding me, guys?
Sick.
You kidding me, America? Wake the fuck up.
See, Marvel is kind of like Game of Thrones in an aspect where there are the hardcore comic book nerds that like, know all the backstories and know like all this. Like there's those people, but then there's also just like the people like, yeah, it's explosions, like it's blowing up, like yeah, like Iron Man, yeah, like all right.
Out of principle, for the most part, unless it's really appealing, I avoid PG-13 movies at all costs because if you're PG-13, you're trying to make money in the box office and you're holding back on whatever your plot is. Yeah. So it depends. Like if it's like Love, Simon, which is a great movie, I knew it would be PG-13 because like there's nothing really you can really go over the edge to be rated R unless you put it in a next scene.
It would seem out of place if they tried to make it rated R.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. So, but like when you see like a big hyped up movie and it's rated PG-13, like the Megalodon or like, like
or
the
one of
fucking
the Transformer movies or something.
Yeah. You're just like, the movie's a dump. It's a trap. They're just trying to, they spent all this money to do this stupid thing and you're just going to go, waste your money to see this piece of shit, but like when you see a Daniel Day-Lewis rated R movie, you're like, that's a movie that you should go see.
Yeah.
That's good for the brain.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, look, they're entertaining movies. Like, I'm going to see it eventually. I'm not like, I didn't go out to see it opening weekend. Probably not going to see it next weekend. I will see it eventually just so I'm not completely lost on what's going on. But, yeah, I don't really care.
Good. Yeah, fuck it. But let's get through this question because it stinks. What's something that you shouldn't know?
Took this a little different direction, but I found out when I was in high school, my parents, like, found some weed that I had. And they were giving me all this shit. And then someone told me, cousin J Mac, that my dad, when he was like, I don't know, 45 maybe, got in trouble for like, he failed the drug test at work for weed. So, and like, they don't know that I know, but I know.
Now we all know.
Now we all know, all 15 of us that are listening.
Mr. Tones.
So again, like you went with like the Avengers spoilers, and I took it to like a really personal, like dark.
No, my dad failed the drug test, so if I ever fail one again, I could just shove it right back in his face.
Yeah. And I've never like mentioned it, and I didn't really talk to him about it. I just kind of heard through the grapevine.
Yeah.
But
he likes weed.
Yeah, I mean, what's
that'd be cool to know your dad likes weed. Like my dad, like doesn't even know what it is. He's definitely never had it.
Yeah.
Not for him. I know it wouldn't be for him.
Yeah.
He'd hate it.
No, it's funny. I mean, because my parents have friends that live up in Boston, like are not like Massachusetts,
where it's completely legal now, right?
Right, it's completely legal, and it's actually my mom's friend, and she she got a divorce, and she's with like another guy now. But he actually has plants up there. He grows, and they went to go visit him, and they told me, they're like, oh yeah, we went to go visit them, and you know, so he has his plants, and all of a sudden he just brings out a joint and we smoke it. I'm like, wait, hold on, back it up. Like, what? What did you say? Like, they just dropped it so casually. It's like, yeah, we smoked the joint.
Free weed.
Yeah, this was like 3 months ago. This
grown weed.
Yeah, it's like 3 months ago they told me. So I was just like, wait, hold on. Like, you just can't just drop that so casually. Yeah, we smoked a joint. Like, what? Like, you guys gave me so much shit. Like, whenever I would get caught with anything, and like now you're out there just smoking joints. It was like, my mom's like, yeah, it was a fat one, right? Like, talking to my dad, I was like, yeah, it was pretty fat. I'm just like, what is going on?
My mom was she would kill me. Like, I brought it up many times. She'd kill me when she caught me smoking. She'd to a point where she drug tested me. But now I just tell her, like, I'm going to my buddy's place, probably to smoke some weed, so I'll leave my car here.
Yeah.
You know, yada, yada, yada. And like, sometimes we'll be at family functions. I'll just be like, do you want me to go get some weed? We could like smoke a joint together. Like, I'm telling you probably like it. If you don't, like, it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Like, the worst that happens is that you get like bad anxiety for the rest of the night, and it's already 10. So fuck it, let's go to sleep. And she's like, all right, I'm like actually down to try it. And then like by the time we actually were able to get like weed, she was like, I'm going to sleep.
Yeah.
So but one day I will smoke with her after all this time of, you know, one of the hot topics in our family stories going around is when I was smoking a blunt in my buddy's backyard, and he lives basically at the end of our backyard. So like if you're doing dishes at the sink and you look out the window, you could see me.
Yeah.
So we were doing that, and she saw me, and I just get a text. She's just like, why don't you find somewhere else to sleep tonight? And like, I was like 18. Why don't you, like, come on? I was just like, we want to go to sleep in the woods? Like, come on, it's weed. And like, once we're done, I'm going to walk home. I'm not driving anywhere. If that's what you're afraid of, we're tucked in the woods, like my buddy's backyard. Nobody's going to call the cops. It's not a fucking big deal. Finally, she sees that. It's only taken fucking 15 years, for Christ's sake.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to our second question here. What video game do you want, but it doesn't exist?
I want a good, because they've tried to make these before, but a good zombie game where, like, you know, it's a survival game. Like, you're out on your own. You have to scavenge for like materials and bullets. And
it takes like an hour to create your character and like his occupation and his family and where he lives.
Yeah, like all this stuff.
Yeah, you could be like the owner of Tom Subs. You got like a daughter who's like 5 and like a wife who hates you. And then like you have to survive the apocalypse, but also like win back your wife.
Yeah. No, I mean they have made games kind of like that in the past, but they just haven't been very good. Or they just haven't, like, I want like a realistic survival game where, like, if you don't eat for long enough, your guy might die, or if you don't drink, you know, you gotta get thirsty, that kind of stuff, you know.
That reminds me, like, Mackenzie used to play the farming simulator game where you like you have to farm and you have to, like, you know,
like Farmville, like the Facebook game.
I don't know. No, it's really in depth. Like you have to farm and you have to pick what you want to grow and you have to sell it and do all this. But the problem with the game is, like, you can't, like, once it's all said and done, you can't like go home like in the game. There's no like house to like go have dinner with your family.
Wait, so it's like you're just like walking in the field. It's not like you click, okay, harvest that, harvest. Like, no, you're actually out there.
To buy tractors, you have to hire workers, you have to pick the crops that you want to do, and then you have to like go out and it's easy. You have to like go do zigzags out in there and like field it. Then you have to take the finished product and take your truck, connect it to whatever, like the stuff that carries it, and then bring it to whoever's buying it. And it's fun. But then, like, I wish it would be a level up of like once you're done, you clock out and you like go into your house and like your family's sitting there like waiting. You can like opt to watch football or have dinner with your family, like things like that.
Yeah.
Or, like, would you like a beer or a water? Beer, like I'm like abusive. That would be cool.
Yeah, yeah, just abuse your family. Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, it's also like the more like, and we're gonna get there once, like, especially because I heard they're talking about the new PlayStation is going to be coming out within like a year or two.
Oh,
PlayStation 5, yeah, it hasn't like officially been announced yet, but like they're working on it. Like it's at the point where they call it like a test kit or whatever. They sent test kits to different game companies so they could start making games for the new system.
We got to get on that then with this question.
Yeah. So I mean, I think that'd be cool. They're saying like with the technology they're using, there's gonna be no loading screens. Basically, everything's just gonna be like instant. Like they were, I forgot exactly. They were like running a demo or something, and they were playing like that new Spider-Man game, and like a 30-second load screen in that with like the new like technology would be like half a second.
Damn.
So it's just like instant.
Just instant.
That's what I'm looking forward to. But yeah, I mean, and that would help for like an open world, you know, zombie game. You know.
Yeah. That would.
Yeah.
And then I got open world. You're a firefighter. I want a firefighter game.
Okay. Interesting.
You go into your career mode as a fireman. Okay, you're sitting in the
look
fire
at your
station.
Record. You look at your record.
Yep. Sitting there, and like sometimes like there's a fire, sometimes there's not. Sometimes just hanging out and playing cards with the boys. Like, you know, you can go up to like one of the firefighters sitting at a table, and you can like press X, and it gives you options like, would you like to play bridge, or like, you know, would you like to play Uno?
Yeah.
And you can play games within the game, and like you're like having a fucking nail biter game of bridge with your buddy firefighter, and all of a sudden, whee, fucking thing goes up, and you have to get your gear on. You have to get your gear on, slide down the pole, get into a fire thing, and like fly out. You can like all like, you know, it's a fire. Sometimes it can be a huge fire. Sometimes like all of a sudden you're playing bridge, you get the call, fucking World Trade Center's on fire. You got to head there. Like that would be controversial, but still, like you get the idea.
Yeah, or it could just be a cat stuck in a tree.
Yeah,
it could be one or the other. You know,
could be like a fun little game where you got to like kind of like figure out how to get the cat out of the tree. Or you got to like organize, you make your way up the ranks of the firefighters, and you can like coordinate how to put this fire out in this massive building that's on fire, save people, you know. It would be intense. You'd be sitting here on the edge of your seat sweating, like, you know, like there's a child in here. It's just like, it's too late, Tom. No, it's not. You bust through the fire, you get the kid, and you fucking get out.
Yeah. That'd be interesting. Or like in Mr. Deeds, when he hops in the building, he starts throwing the lady's cats out the window.
Yeah. And then TMZ like spins it so he's killing the cats. Cat killer, cat killer.
Yeah, no, that would be interesting. I don't think I've ever made a game like that.
That or like, you know, like government jobs, like being a cop, and you can just like roll around like it's just like open world, and you can like pull people over, and like and some guy's just like, all right, I'm gonna take this ticket to court, and you just like, you do that, I'll see you there, and like you have to go to court and like
just never show up, let him get away with it.
Just sit there on the side of the highway for hours, like and wait for somebody to speed and go fucking get him.
Yeah, I think that the firefighter one might be a little bit better. But talk about government jobs, maybe like a mailman. You got to like sort through all the mail. Yeah. Fight
off dogs,
and then maybe you end up going postal at some point.
You see a dog that's vicious, and you like an option comes up, press circle for mace. And then the owner comes out. What are you doing to my dog? He's got a gun. You got to run.
It's a whole thing.
Yeah, but firefighter the game, like that would be fun, especially if it's like really perfectly timed fires. It's not like you just go in there and fight fires. Like you get to like develop relationships. You know, like your ladder 43 or something. Like I love being at ladder 43. The ladder 43 is like, hey, like we love you here, but they really need you at ladder 57. Like you transfer, you got to move your family. It's hard because you don't make that much money. Most of the time, it's actually a volunteer job unless you're in the city. But
yeah, I mean, you know, what'd be cool too is like an EMT. It could kind of be like a real life operation kind of thing where you're like trying to save people in the back of like a moving car.
Being a first responder, oof, graphic.
That'd be crazy.
Just show up to just like somebody got ejected from the windshield, got hit by a car on their way out, like, and you just got to wrap it up, bring it to the morgue.
Just use gauze.
Tell the family.
Oh God.
You got to call them, and then like you have options where you're just like, hey, your husband's dead. Option B, are you sitting down? Option C, hey, how are you? This is a cop. I don't know. Some way to break the news.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to our third question here. A little simple one. What's your favorite swear word?
Fuck.
Yeah, it's just, you keep it simple.
And the thing is, it's simple, but it's so versatile. You can use it for literally anything. It's a noun. You know, like you fat, like
I want to fuck someone.
It's like you dumb fuck, right? It's a noun. It's a verb. I want to fuck someone. It's an adjective. You fucking idiot. You know, like you can use it in any context. It's just the most versatile. Like literally anything.
It's so like, I hate to sound like a hippie or hipster. Like it's just so like, I don't know, mainstream.
Well, it's because it's so versatile. It's so, you know, you could use it in just about any sentence. Again,
yeah, you could. What's the best way to use fuck? You think the most powerful way? Fuck you think?
Fuck you is
fuck yourself.
It's like, oh, you dumb fuck.
Yeah.
You fat fuck. You sick
fat
fuck.
Fuck's a good one.
Yeah.
Double F's. And like if you're calling someone who's actually fat a fat fuck, that's like, oof. Yes.
First time I ever heard the term fat fuck, I was in the 5th grade, and I was going. My friend's dad, shout out Danny Otto, got his ticket to the Ranger game, We were in the city. We are in McDonald's before the game started, like getting some food. And this guy, I guess, got his order wrong. And this big, fat Italian guy, who was fat himself, he just starts yelling, "You fat fuck, go get your fucking green card before I call the INS on you." Just like yelling at this dude in the middle of McDonald's, just making a scene. He called him fat fuck like 10 times. I was just like, interesting, fat fuck. Okay.
Damn. Mine is shit.
Shit. Yeah.
Shit. Like, I get a lot of compliments on my way of saying shit. Like when I like panic mode and like something happens and I just say shit. It's my go-to panic like word. Like if I'm watching the Bucs game and like we had to stop them on 3rd down and they get the 1st down and I'm just like shit.
That's another versatile one. I mean, that's a noun, right? You could take
a piece
of
shit. You're a piece of shit. Adjective.
Yeah,
kind of like you're shitty.
Verb. I gotta take a shit.
Yeah.
Or I'm shitting. Yeah. Yeah. No, it's very versatile as well.
Great word.
Yeah. Great word. Great words. I was gonna go with cunt.
Yeah.
Which that I do like saying that one. Not. I think I like saying it more, but I use fuck more often.
Cunt is not a word you can really use that.
Okay. What's going on now? And we lost him. Well, let's figure out what's going on right now. Oh, he's coming back. He's coming back. Here he is. I can't hear you. I think you muted yourself.
Hello.
There he is. Okay.
How are you?
Good.
Sorry. My computer decided to take a nap. Out of nowhere. That's never happened. But yeah, shit, cunt. Cunt is, like I was saying, you can't use that in public. You can drop a couple of thumbs out in public. You can say shit all you want in public.
Yeah.
For bat an eye. When you say cunt, I mean, with the level of feminism that's been rising in this country, I think people are starting to finally see through it because the feminist movement is more like, no, fuck men, you need to die, and we are going to take over. So we're just like, you know what? No. This is why you've been put in the backseat for so long, is because you're so stupid. You can't drive, okay? You can't drink, all right? And you bleed everywhere. So we're going to make the decisions, all right? And if you're smart enough and you make sense, then we'll give you the fucking power to make a goddamn decision.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I was going to say, going off of cunt, I mean, it's in like England or like Australia. It's like, you call like your friend an asshole. It's like, oh, cunt. Like,
Yeah, it's the hound's favorite word.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not like, here it's just got such a negative connotation towards women. It's just like, I don't like, if I call someone a cunt, I don't necessarily like.
It's just a word. Fuck you. Like,
yeah. I'm not like, oh, she's a cunt. Like, I would never, I don't think I would ever say that about a woman like directly, but it's just like, you're being a cunt right now.
The word cunt was like such a big deal when The Exorcist came out. When she says like your cunting daughter, like that's just a word that was never spoken. There's so much about that movie that was so just like,
like groundbreaking, especially for the time. I mean,
for the time, people were just like, I can't take it. Like, not only is she bleeding out of her badge and stabbing with a crucifix, and just swearing up a storm in a devil's voice, but she's dropping the word cunt. Like, that's just
that's where I drew the line. It wasn't like the whole masturbating with the cross or anything like that. When she said cunt, that's where I couldn't handle it.
Like, that's it. I'm out. That's it. Okay. All right. Last question here. Question number 4. In Thrones, you got to pick a place where you live in. If you're just genuinely going to go live in the Thrones world, you get to pick the town or the city where you want to live. Where you going?
I'm going to Dorne.
That's a good question for you. I don't know where Dorne is. It's probably a nice quaint town though. That's out of the way of the walkers.
Dorne is where Oberyn was from. Like the guy that fought the mountain.
Of course.
Down south. So it's down south. It's where all the good wine
comes from. You want to go live in Saudi Arabia?
No, it's more like Florida. Because like you go by the beach and like everyone is just like drinking, fucking, having a good time. Yeah. Like there's no like judgment down there. And also you're the farthest away from the White Walkers. You're at the very southern tip of Westeros. So it's like, you're safe down there for the longest amount of time possible. And again, like they have the best wine and they just love fucking and hanging out by the beach. So
I might change my answer to this. I think I want to go there too.
Yeah.
That sounds great.
What was your first answer?
Westeros.
Just the whole continent.
I just want to go to King's Landing.
Okay, so King's Landing. Okay.
I want to be in the gossip circle, like I want to hear like what's the fuss, tell me what's happening. Be a good prospective citizen, like
so you don't want to be necessarily like with like the commoners, you want to be with the higher ups.
Yeah, I mean, I think if they gave me a chance, I think I'd be really good at it. I mean, I'm a pretty loyal guy.
Loyalty gets you killed.
But like I have the spoiler for Endgame, so like I could use that. Like I'd be that guy. Like I'd just be like, no, I know, but I wouldn't want to get involved in the politics. I would be like Ned, but gay. So like I don't know how much that would play. Like they really never addressed how gay goes over in Game of Thrones because fucking Loras or whatever, he was gay and just banging dudes and just didn't care. And he was just, everybody knows, it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right. So is that how
Sparrow came along though? The High Sparrow came along and fucked it all up.
Yeah.
Yeah. But see, I'd just be like, they'd be in the corner snickering, like, you hear Sir Tom of House TV is gay.
Yeah. Oh. and then you get beheaded, like out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I also had Bravos. Bravos is on the other side of the water, you know, so it's hard to get to for the walkers. And like maybe you could run into whatever his name is that looks like Nick Kroll, who teaches you how to be a two-faced guy or no-face guy. And like just get that, like that's your hobby. Like instead of golfing, like you're just good at like stealing identities.
I never heard anyone use Nick Kroll as a lookalike for
he looks like Nick Kroll with long
hair.
Do you see it? Do you see what I'm talking about?
A little bit. I mean, Nick Kroll definitely has more of that like stereotypical Jewish look to it, but I can see what you're saying.
Yeah. Most of when I come, like, Tom Brokaw, accurate. WNBA night. Accurate, excuse me. But yeah, all right. So let's get out of here. Show's over. Thrones. It's coming on tonight. I cannot fucking wait. We're going to talk about it as soon as we can. Hopefully tomorrow. I don't think I have anything going on tomorrow other than work. So we can talk about it if you're, not being a slave.
We'll figure it out. Either Monday or Tuesday we'll record for sure. Get it to you ASAP.
Good. So everybody, I guess if you're listening to this now, you've already seen Thrones. It was probably great. Maybe it was terrible. We'll find out next time we record. But until then, Godspeed. Tones, congratulations on your horse race. Go take that $90, shove it up your butt.